Let's
Three,
go.
2, 1, go!
With a new Super Smash Bros due to release this year on the 3DS and the Wii U, it's a good time to look back at the most recent entry in this unique series of fighting games. Here is Super Smash Bros Brawl for the Wii. The concept is the same as always. It's a game where a bunch of iconic Nintendo mascots fight each other on stages based on various Nintendo games. It's a game that's part of this unique style of fighting games with accessible, yet surprisingly deep controls and gameplay mechanics. But like a good sequel, some big changes were made to the package. Most noticeably, Brawl has a shit ton of content. To go over all of it in detail would make this a ridiculously long review, so I'll do what I can to do justice to the important stuff. Brawl's graphics are very good for a Wii game. There are a lot of cool visual effects on the stages and the character models are well made. In general, this is the kind of presentation you would expect from a Wii Super Smash Bros game, and the sound is even better. Let me be more accurate, the audio for Brawl is very epic. The sound effects are better than before. They really pack, please excuse the pun, more of a punch. The character voice bits are about the same, still as good as before, but maybe a bit more variety now. There is a wide selection of music from different games, including some music from Melee. The epic music and the cheers of the audience add a lot more energy and excitement to the fighting. Before I go in depth about the fighting though, let's talk single player. Brawl features a new mode of single player called Subspace Emissary. This is a mode that actually has a story, as weird as that sounds for Super Smash Bros. But the characters don't have any actual spoken dialogue, apart from their usual voice blurbs. So the dialogue cutscenes are done with pantomiming like older LEGO games. The story is that some mysterious evil force is trying to take over the world and capture all of the Smash Brothers in the process. So different characters within Brawl must join forces and fight this mysterious evil army. In between more traditional Smash Bros style fights, there are 2D platforming action levels you fight your way through in various locations. Think of it like adventure mode in Melee, only much more elaborate. But another pretty cool change is that all of the Subspace Emissary can actually be played cooperatively with a second player. Despite this mode's list of fun to watch cutscenes and a lot of epic boss fights like Ridley, most of the side-scrolling levels start to feel repetitive after a while. But Subspace Emissary is worth playing at least once, if only to unlock things, watch cutscenes of this very cartoony yet interesting story, and fight the bosses. Other single-player modes are here as well, most of which come from Melee. You'll notice the return of Target Smash, event matches, home run contest, all-star mode, classic mode, complete with the ending Master Hand fight, and multi-man Melee. By which I mean multi-man Brawl now. Yeah. Each of these modes have been modified in small ways to make them more fun. Interesting to note that Target Smash now has 5 levels total, instead of 1 level for every character like in past games. This was probably done because of Brawl's big roster of 35 playable characters, but the 5 levels are based on difficulty settings, so I don't see it as a disappointment, though others might. As you play these different modes and the multiplayer, you'll unlock trophies, music tracks, and stickers, as well as coins you can use in a game called Coin Launcher to get more of the collectibles I just listed. Those of you who want to get every single collectible will be playing Brawl for a long time. But wait, there are more things to do! Brawl also has a section that lets you play short demos of Nintendo classics from the NES, Super Nintendo, and N64. This isn't a big deal if you already own these games, but if you don't, it gives you more insight into Nintendo's history and might even spark your interest in downloading some of these games from the Virtual Console or the eShop. Alright, we done with single player? Yeah? Good! It's a multiplayer time! This is the same mascot-filled, action-packed multiplayer you remember, but made to be even bigger, with more stages, more characters, and more ways to beat the crap out of each other. This time you can mix up different modes simply by turning them on or off. And there are new items introduced in this game. Of the new items, I want to talk about 2 in particular. The first being assist trophies. When you grab a trophy that appears, another Nintendo character will pop out and start a dynamic event on the screen or attack rival players. It's a fun way to bring more of Nintendo's universe into the game without having to make a million playable characters. The biggest new addition to items though is the Smash Ball. It works like this. The player who hits the Smash Ball enough times to get it can then use it to unleash that character's powerful final smash on one other player or on all of the players. So when the Smash Ball appears, the fight turns into a frenzy of players scrambling and attacking that Smash Ball to get it first. Because of the chaos it causes and the power of final smashes, some people either love the Smash Ball or hate it with a passion. Luckily for people who hate it, they can easily turn it off or make it appear less frequently. And honestly, there are reasons to dislike the Smash Ball. While the final smashes are very epic to watch and even more epic to use, I don't like how some characters have cloned final smashes, especially the Star Fox characters. I mean, it makes sense that Fox uses the Landmaster, but why Falco and Wolf? Falco even says he prefers the air, so shouldn't his final smash be an R-Wing? And last I checked, Wolf doesn't even have a Landmaster. Shouldn't he use a Wolfen? Not only does this not make sense, but it also feels very lazy. And about Luigi. This isn't really a complaint, but Luigi's final smash, while very effective, is very weird. Dude, acid attack, man. This final smash is a trip. The new stages have a lot more detail and dynamic events to make the combat more exciting. Big additions being the stage hazards, and some stages like Luigi's Mansion have destructible set pieces that can change how the combat goes. But for stages more focused on fighting, there's always Battlefield and Final Destination. Really, Brawl just has a great selection of stages. It also has great options for controllers. Brawl has 4 different controller options to fit different preferences. Wiimote held sideways, Wiimote with a nunchuck, classic controller, and the GameCube controller. As any seasoned Smash player can attest to though, the best way to play Brawl is with a GameCube controller, so it's a good thing that Brawl was made to be compatible with it. In addition to playing with friends, Brawl introduced the series to online multiplayer. Yes, the servers have been shut down, but let's look at how Brawl's online worked and see where the new Smash can make improvements. Online, you can play with friends or strangers worldwide, or you can spectate live matches. When you spectate a match, you can bet in-game coins on who you think will win. It's a cool little addition to make watching live online matches more interesting. For actually playing, every player would choose a stage, then one of the stages would be selected at random, as soon as the game finishes actually loading every player. These load times caused games to often take a while to actually start, and it was worse because it took a while just to find games. Once you start playing, online matches were fun, but they had some frequent noticeable issues with lag, so quite simply, online Smash Bros was cool, but improvements in the new game are very welcome. Brawl also introduces Stage Builder, which lets you customize your own stages. You can choose different platforms, set pieces, and hazards to make a big creative stage, or a small yet deadly stage for you and your friends to play on. You can even choose the music for your stage. Now you can't get as much detail as the main stages since you only can choose one of 3 themes. But Stage Builder is a good way to engage your creativity and fight on the types of stages you've wanted to fight on since the dawn of the series. Not to mention, it also adds to the already big collection of stages for extended gameplay. Super Smash Bros. Games have a reputation of being fantastic games, and Brawl holds up that reputation. It's one of the Wii's best multiplayer games that brought the series to new heights. If you own a Wii, you've gotta own Super Smash Bros. Brawl.